Durch dir.
The movie starts with a grim scene. A woman with an empty look kills an infant and admits her crime. It takes place in 18th century Upper Austria. She is beheaded and her body is left out for everyone to see. There's something about this woman that attracts Agnes to her. Agnes is newly married to Wolf, but Wolf absolutely has no interest in intimacy. On their wedding night, Wolf flirts with 𝕬𝕤, making it clear that Agnes has married a man who will never make her happy. It seemed as if he would never give his heart to her. The lives of people like Agnes are shaped by Catholic laws and local superstitions. Praying is the only thing that comforts her in a life she wasn't ready for. Her mother-in-law, Mother 𝕬𝕟𝕬𝕜, is harsh and always criticizes how Agnes manages the household. Be it a simple chore to even breathing, she found it all annoying. Poor Agnes had to suffer with the saddest woman. It's not that Agnes doesn't try to do everything she was asked to do, but she feels trapped in a life that suffocates her. Her emotional state keeps getting worse as the disappointments pile up. Most of the time, she feels that her needs and wishes are ignored. It's as if she's invisible. Once she was even blamed for giving an extra piece of bread to the workers. Agnes longs to have a child, fearing she will be blamed if she doesn't bear Wolf's child soon. Before marrying her off to Wolf, Agnes's brother gave her a finger he had cut off a woman. Surprisingly, this woman was the one in the opening scene. The suicide theories in the 18th century was totally bizarre and no one had a say in it. Also, women were beheaded for all the wrong reasons. Meanwhile, her brother gave her something gross because of a superstition. It is said that a married woman who wishes to be with a child has to keep the severed finger under her bed. Rumor and myth has it that the women will be blessed with a child after doing so. But Wolf has given up on being a true husband to Agnes. On top of it, 𝕬𝕤's suicide has made him even more careless about her well-being. So she never had the hope of lighting up her life with a baby. Everything felt so dark for her. Meanwhile, Agnes tries to befriend a kind, pregnant woman, but her mother-in-law quickly puts an end to it. Realizing things will never get better, Agnes runs to her mother and brother for help. However, her God-fearing peasant family doesn't want to risk the community's disapproval. She's sent back to Wolf and his unpleasant mother. After the wedding, Agnes was seen as nothing more than Wolf's possession. Her family is afraid to help her at all. They don't want to experience the wrath of society. Desperate to be the good Christian wife she was expected to be, she endured painful medical procedures, so they made her go through unimaginable medical methods to cure depression. She even had a festering wound on the back of her neck. It was a crude method to cure her. Suffering an unimaginable misery, Agnes believed having a baby was the only thing that could give her a reason to live. She even brought home an infant she found alone in the woods, hoping it was a blessing and that no one was looking for the baby. Wolf and his mother are horrified and tell her to return it. Agnes now deeply believes that she is a failure as a woman and a wife. She tries to kill herself with rat poison, but is forced to vomit it up by Wolf. By then, she started hallucinating because of the poison. She started behaving like a madwoman. When she ran out of the hidden church bunker, she was deeply affected by the poison. Agnes got sick outside and imagined herself buried in the ground. She had only faith in God, and when she found the church bunker, she created a small altar there for herself. It was her safe space, where even dead things like a butterfly seemed to come to life for her. The next morning, she dresses and walks to town. She finds a boy and asks him to lead her to a shrine. She promises him to pay if he prays with her, then stabs him in the neck and kills him. She later confesses at the church tower. Agnes is in prison and she laughs and weeps like a madwoman. Agnes is executed and her blood is collected by townspeople, who believe it will ward off sadness. Towards the end, we can see her head is placed on a pike, and the townsfolk celebrate as Wolf cries. She longed for a Christian burial, despite the grim circumstances. The ending of The Devil's Bath is both devastating and oddly satisfying. The story couldn't have ended any other way. The Devil's Bath isn't about overcoming depression despite all odds. What are your thoughts on the bizarre practices back in the 18th century? To think that this was a reality back then sends shivers down our spine. Anyway, let us know which movie you would like to have next. Also, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to watch engaging contents. That's all, folks. Take care.